Hello, I'm Glenn Toby. I'm a Spring Forest Shikang master and a psychotherapist. The topic for this 5-minute talk is on teaching. I remember a number of years ago, Master Chun-Yi Lin, the founder of Spring Forest Shikang, talked about the value of a teacher. And in his eyes, a teacher is a very, very important role to play in the lives of other people. But he said, in order to be a teacher, if you're going to give a cup of water to your student, you need to have a gallon of water yourself. I thought that was so profound. It wasn't like, I just want to teach them what I know. Oh no, teach, what you want to give to somebody, but no, you need to know more. That's, accumulated so you're able to respond to questions. You're able to develop the research even further and deeper around it. So when you try to figure out how to talk to someone or how to teach someone, you have a broader use of words, a broader use of concepts than just kind of the cup that you're giving to the student. It enables that student then to respond to you differently. The loyalty of the teacher to the student is also incredibly important. And I've said before in some other locations in teaching from Master Lin, loyalty means to the middle of one's heart. So you teach, with toward the middle of the student's heart. It isn't like, I'm going to teach you what I know, good luck. How can I adapt the knowledge that I have and teach it to the heart of the student so that the student learns? And then the focus and the function and maybe the purpose of the teaching is so that the student will wind up knowing more than the teacher. That's the goal. Isn't how can I, as a teacher, keep the student suppressed? No. How can I teach in a way that awakens with the knowledge that I have, the depth of knowledge I have, in order to, have the student know more than I? Now, sometimes that's difficult because if you're always keeping pace with a gallon of information, so to speak, to the cup of information the student had, then theoretically you're always kind of staying ahead of the game here. But the attitude, I really want to impart the knowledge, and how can I find a way to say that? These 5-minute talks that I give are an example for me. I really do work hard not so much about the topic, but what's the best way in 5 minutes to give information that would be most helpful, not to me necessarily, but to you. And hopefully the stories I tell are not so much stories about me, but that the stories about how can that fit in and adapt to your life. My focus, my attempt, it really is how can I give you as much information as I can so you advance your life. You move on to a broader and deeper understanding of things. So powerful. So you don't have to be a teacher in front of the class or in a video to do that. So I was with my 4-year-old granddaughter today. So today is the first homemade pizza that we made. Most of it looks good. But we decided as we sat at this counter, let's teach these guys how to make pizza. So I was the teacher and she was the teacher. And we were going to teach these 3 critters how to make pizza. And this one started to get his nose in the dough, and so the teacher, my 4-year-old, kicked him out and said, now you're in timeout. Then this one started to get a ruckus, and my 4-year-old said, he's always a troublemaker, you have a timeout. So this one said, I'm going to eat all the pizza because I have red clothes on and it's a red pizza, timeout. So here's this 4-year-old teacher imparting discipline, so to speak, on unruly students, but trying to impart knowledge. If you're going to make a pizza, which you never made before, you can't do this, and you can't do this, and you can't do this. However, you can do this. So once we finished the product, we brought them out of timeout, and we hugged them, and we said, we know you made a mistake. I hope you can learn from your mistakes so that you can be better, not just be a troublemaker. So, and this was from her. So she was learning really how to be a teacher and have some instruction to say, if you want to learn, here's the cup, and I have a gallon. So at 4, or at my stage in life, yeah. So the concept isn't to be a teacher in front of a classroom that you need to have the gallon. A grandpa, papa, or anyone, a friend, a partner. Anytime you're going to try to teach someone, so to speak, It really is that attitude of, I want that student, I want that other person to actually learn more than what I have, rather than always being in control. So that fits in a little bit with the social unrest going on. So the purpose of teaching isn't to dominate or to suppress the knowledge of the students. It really is to give as much knowledge and information to the students, to the people, to the community, as much as you have, so that they can see better too. It's not as if you're better than them and you're just lifting them up because they're just poor, unfortunate, ignorant people. No. The attitude is what? I'm trying to teach anyone to the middle of their heart. So I'm trying to find out what their heart is so I can share what I have to know, what I do know, to someone so they have in their heart a really deeper understanding of what's going on. So teaching is such a valuable tool, whether you do that in a formal setting or sitting on a bus talking to someone next. The sharing of information in an attitude that you hope that the other person learns more. Thank you for listening.